Welcome to the Board of Health meeting for June 28th, 2022. Meeting starting at 7:07 p.m. in accordance with the governor's order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, General Law C-30A, Section 20, relating to the 2020 novel coronavirus outbreak emergency. The June 28th, oh, we have two things there. The June 28th, 2022 at 7 p.m. public meeting of the Norfolk Board of Health shall be physically closed to the public to avoid group congregation. Alternative public access to this meeting shall be utilizing the Zoom virtual meeting software at the zoom.us for remote access. This application will allow users to view the meeting and send a comment or question to the chair via chat function. Submitted text comments, questions may be read into the record at the appropriate points of the meeting if they are in line with the town's public comment policy. The meeting will be recorded for future rebroadcast by the Norfolk Community Television. And we start the meeting. So we're starting with our public hearing with the regulations for body art establishments and body art practitioners.
So there is a notice of public hearing that just needs to be read into the public record. Andy's the clerk. I don't know if he's got a copy of that in front of him.
I do not, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. Cheryl, do you have a copy of that?
Give me one moment and
I'll have you read that into
I can read it. Yep.
Awesome.
So the Town of Norfolk Board of Health legal notice. Notice is hereby given in accordance with Chapter 40 of the General MGL that the Norfolk Board of Health will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, June 28th, 2022 at 7 p.m. for the purpose of adopting regulations for body art establishments and body art practitioners. A copy of the proposed regulation is available for review on the Town of Norfolk website at www.norfolk.ma.us or in the Board of Health office of the municipal building during the hours of 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday. The Board of Health welcomes any input or comments from the residents or businesses in Norfolk. This meeting shall be physically closed to the public to avoid group congregation. Alternative public access to this meeting may be utilizing the Zoom virtual meeting software, https zoom.us, meeting ID 889-4941-5808, for remote access. The meeting will be recorded for future rebroadcast by the Norfolk Community Public Health. For the board, Cheryl Dunnington, Chair.
Thank you.
Okay. So do we have anybody on to discuss this?
We do not have anybody other than us. I don't know if Matt, if you want to give him, oh, hold on. Donna Jones is, hold on, I'm letting Donna Jones is. Oh, there's Bean. Let Donna Jones in. So I don't know, Matt, did you want to give a little recap on the proposed regulations? Uh-oh, is Matt having technical difficulties now?
I think Matt's frozen.
Matt, I don't know, can you hear us? I think you're frozen.
We're back on again. There we go. So Matt, I don't know if you had heard earlier when you logged back on, any comments about the regulations? We're not having much luck tonight with Zoom.
Maybe it's time to go back in person.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, anyway, so you've all looked.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. I think you're there. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, are you back? Can you hear us?
He's frozen again.
Am I
No,
on?
Let's see. Wait. I think you're there, but you're kind of getting frozen. Did you want to log out and log back in?
or if you want, you can type into the comment section, were there any changes? I think we had all agreed. I don't think there's any changes from our last meeting. And I don't know if there's any other updates. Yep, he's off again.
He's off. He'll log back in. I don't think there were any, I don't think there were any edits based upon our last meeting.
No, I don't believe there are any edits, and any comments to the office, Betsy?
No, I did not receive any comments from outside. I did invite Don Howe, the gentleman from Tiki Tattoo that is looking to open up a business here in Norfolk. So I sent him the proposed regulations. I sent him the Zoom link. Oh, here comes, hold on, I think this must be Matt. So he got a copy of them to look over. Matt said, I think that they pretty much mimic what the state model bylaws are. Matt, is that you?
Betsy, yeah. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that my internet connection is poor, I guess. Sorry about that. I just have to call in. I'm not sure where you're at, so.
So I was just saying, I don't think there were any real changes based upon our conversation at the last meeting. I had told him. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had no changes since last meeting, and the board seemed fine with the revisions that had been made after the first meeting. I had talked to the prospective artist, and he was satisfied with the regulations as they are written in the draft. Of course, they model for the most part, they model the state regulations with a handful of things, primarily the requirements for some education for the practitioners, as well as it includes all of the microblading and cosmetic tattooing that has since come into existence since the model regulations were put into place by the state. So haven't been any other changes. Certainly, if anybody has any questions, I can try to answer them from the board or the public.
Rest of the board have any questions?
Nope.
Donna, you're on. Do you have any questions? So it doesn't appear that there are any comments or questions about the regulations. So we're moving forward with the proposed plan of having it approved.
The only thing I would need to just finalize the draft is just have a date in which they would go into effect.
Did we mention a date before, like July 1st? No.
Yep. Yes, you did actually. You actually took a vote at the last meeting.
Yep.
So that would actually go in on the last page. I'm just going to scroll through here.
I think I have to put that line in. That's it.
Yeah, so adopted unanimous vote of the board on but today's date, and then, the date that it becomes effective, which I believe you would agreed upon July 1st.
So do we need to vote one more time on this?
Yes, please.
Okay. Do I have a motion to accept the regulations for body art establishments and body art practitioners?
with a date, with a date to become effective July 1, 2022.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have a motion. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Yes, we have a motion. Do I have to repeat all that?
No,
Okay.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion? Nope. All in favor?
if you could just take a roll call vote, please, that would be great.
Cheryl Dunnington, aye.
Liz Gephardt, aye.
Any abstaining? What was that, Andy?
Sorry, Andy Bakanowski, aye. I think I talked over somebody, sorry.
Okay, all right, perfect. So all are in favor. Everyone said aye, so the motion's been carried. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, the next is to review and approve of the minutes of 5/24/22. Any comments from the board with the minutes?
I have none.
Okay, a motion to accept the minutes for 5/24/22.
Motion to accept the May 24th, 2002 meeting minutes for the Norfolk Board of Health.
Second,
A second.
any discussion?
Nope.
Nope. All in favor? Cheryl Dunnington, aye.
Andy Bakanowski, aye.
Liz Gephardt, aye.
Okay, motion's passed.
Thank you.
The minutes are approved. New business, we have our yearly agent appointments with terms expiring on 6/30/22. Betsy, can we do all of them at the same time, or do we need to do each one individually?
I think you can do them all. I would say hold off on John Robertson.
Okay.
You saw my email. So as you know, Matt has been hired to fill the environmental agent position, and he technically starts next Tuesday.
Okay,
John Robertson has been hired to fill Matt's position, and I believe he starts on July 18th.
okay. So would we have to, so we can postpone him until the next meeting to put him
Sure,
on?
until he's technically a town, an employee, so
Right.
that's fine.
All right, so we'll put John Robertson on for agent appointments for next meeting.
Mhm.
So I need a motion to accept the following agent appointments with terms to expire 6/30/23. Betsy Fiegel, Board of Health Executive Assistant, Carol Green, Town Clerk for issuing burial permits. Matt Tanis for Metacomet Public Health Alliance Metacomet Public Health Alliance Health Agent. Hillary Cohen for Animal Advisory Agent, and Ed Nolan for Emergency Preparedness Agent. Do I have a motion to accept those agent appointments with a term expiring 6/30/23?
Make a motion to accept those individuals for the appropriate titles that Cheryl just read through, with the
That's
term expiring June 30th, 2023.
perfect. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
All right, any further discussion?
Nope.
We'll just add that John Robertson will be put on the agenda for next month once he's an employee. All in favor?
Andy Bakanowski, aye.
Liz Gephardt, aye.
And Cheryl Dunnington, aye. So that passed. Do we have any COVID-19 updates?
No, I do not.
I think we're kind of chugging along. Liz, you seeing anything interesting in your practice?
No, we're getting more emails on monkeypox right now than we are COVID, so
Okay.
I'm not so worried about it.
All right, well, hopefully we don't have to do a monkeypox outbreak, so
Oh my God.
no. All right, Andy, any updates on the Southwood Hospital property?
Let's see. The Metropolitan Area Planning Commission held a workshop a few weeks ago, and either due to a technical snafu or something happened where the audio was lost. Sounds familiar. But that's all I know. I know that July 2nd there is a report that's due for public comment, and the PIP group I know is anxiously waiting to see that. That's all I have right now. I don't know if the planning board is choosing to move ahead with getting an LSP at least on deck to bring, to work with the town on some of the issues that go along with this, and I think that will probably run independent or parallel. There's a lot more other things have to fall in place for that to actually happen, but I know that was one of the things that I'd spoken with Walter Byron before he left the planning board, but that's something I think would definitely benefit the town to have someone provide guidance on what's going on. So that's it for that, for Southwood.
Buckley Man property update?
I know that there's been some activities. I know that there is an interested party. I know Rich McCarthy knows a little more than I do. I haven't talked with him, but there's definitely activity going on because the test pits, as well as other I'll call it work that would indicate either working on a purchase sale agreement or some agreement to purchase the property or to acquire or develop part of the property. Again, I don't know all the details with who the person is or who the company is or who the entity is. But and I have a sneaking suspicion Rich probably knows a little bit more than I do. But again, I don't. It may, you're still sort of in the investigation, and they still have a ways to go. The history that we have with the previous developer and the discovery of various chemicals that were unanticipated, like the PCBs in the wetlands. That's something that's going to have to be addressed at some point. And from the perspective of straight regulatory perspective, the site is out of compliance. They had until February of last year, 2021, to complete a new phase 2 and what they call an ecological risk assessment, and that was not done. So I know that the Buckley and Mann folks had filed for financial inability, but that also expired last year as well. So, but I think we're kind of in limbo right now, so I'm not quite sure where we are.
Okay.
And then, as we noted in the meeting minutes, the technical services grant actually was given to the town for a year, and I know that's been extended.
Fantastic. Thank you. We'll set our meeting schedule the 4th Tuesday of each month. Our next meeting is scheduled for 7/26/22. And is that okay with everybody?
Yep, that's fine.
Yep, it is. Yep.
I assume, unless I heard otherwise, that the state has changed it. We will be meeting in person.
Yeah, I will keep you posted on that. We should hear at some point whether or not that's been extended, so.
Looks like we're having somebody join.
Sandy
Cindy
Myatt.
Myatt, we're at the end of the meeting. I did not know if you're joining for the body art comments or if you have anything to add to the Board of Health meeting today or questions.
Oh, no, I was just checking in.
Okay, all right. We're actually, it's a fairly quick meeting tonight. We're actually, if there's any other anticipated new business, otherwise we'll have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting for June 28th, 2022.
Okay.
Second the motion.
All in favor to adjourn the meeting? Actually, any further discussion? Nope. Okay. All in favor to adjourn the meeting of the June meeting, 6/28/22 at 7:26 p.m. All in favor?
Andy Bakunowski, aye.
Liz Gephardt, aye.
Cheryl Dunnington, aye. And the motion is carried and the meeting is adjourned.
Hey, thank
Have a
you,
nice 4th of
everybody.
July.
Yeah, Cheryl, enjoy your
guys.
vacation.
Thank you.
Talk to you when you get back.
All righty.
Okay.
Bye.
All right,
Bye.
bye, everybody.